Hello and welcome to this podcast from The Light Review. If you've been following this series, you'll know that we are now three issues into our conversations with Xicato. And today we're going to the heart of it. And I'm welcoming Nick Gibbs, who's the sales director for UK and the Nordic area.
Hi, everyone.
And Tom Howe, who's VP Sales. Is that all the Americas, Tom?
That is correct. North and South America. So it's again, it's like Nick, big territory.
Tom, so far we've been talking about, if you like, known territory. We've been talking about the modules, and what we now know is that Xicato is much more than that. We've got your linear range, which is obviously going to break new ground for you, and we're also looking now at a controls strategy as well. So it's your turn. So tell us all about it, Tom.
And Nick did a great job, as he always does. So about 2 years ago, Xicato launched on this Xicato 2.0 idea. And the whole point behind Xicato 2.0 was a couple-fold. One was Xicato Inside, which is everything that Nick kind of talked about. So you have Xicato inside their fixtures, and that's really our OEM strategy and a very big part of our business, and will continue to do so. The other part of Xicato 2.0 was, how do we take advantage of all this technology, the patents, the engineering, and get out of kind of the OEM side of the business? Not get out of it, but to expand on it. That idea was, let's launch some products that complement those. Let's use a sales agency strategy to market those products. And by that, I mean, we had the controls, we were developing the Bluetooth controls, and we were relying on OEMs to kind of use the controls through the museums in that arena. But they weren't really selling our controls. They were selling their lights that just happened to have controls on it. And with the Bluetooth controls, and we knew it was a great system, we wanted to go out and market that even further. And in order to do so, we also wanted to add a product to that, which was our XFL. And the XFL really took advantage of all of that we know about light engines, and we just created an outstanding linear product. We started from scratch, used different chipset, different engineering, different construction, and that's how we came up with the XFL and really created a great product. And then, like I stated a little bit earlier, was how do we get it into the marketplace? Well, we started out looking for sales agencies to help us market those products. We have, I think now 30-ish worldwide and still building. So that's really kind of Xicato 2.0. And that's where we are today. As we continue to evolve Xicato 2.0, the idea of Xicato Inside remains strong, as well as other channels that we will continue to explore.
Okay, I'm used to specifying luminaires, and I'm used to specifying control systems, control platforms. What I'm not used to doing, basically specifying a light source with a control system, because I don't know what light fitting is going into. So Nick, I think one for you, if you don't mind. We know that there are people like Stone Lighting who major on Xicato within their products. But if I go, this is a project which is right down Xicato's street, of course it is. And the control system seems to be the natural way to go. But I then need to put it into the housings. I need to put it into the hardware. So do I come to you and then you tell me where I need to go? Or do I take that conversation out to a linear LED manufacturer and say, I want you to put Xicato in those channels?
Yeah, so there's kind of a few ways that I see it happening at the moment. One of the ways is, Xicato was always about education into the specifier community. So that continues through the controls and specifying controls on projects. But we've also got to look at the contractor companies, the building companies out there of the world that are obviously using traditional DALI controls now, and they tend to get involved in the installation of those products. So currently, I would say it's more so the contractors and the building companies that we're getting involved with, that are specifying our products on the big commercial properties and buildings in London and throughout the region and territories. So I think there's a different approach, and I know we've been very active in those approaches to reach out to the people. It's totally different, but we still need education, John, into the community. But we just have to go down down a different channel to get that information over to them.
I get that one. It is changing my role, because traditionally, if I go to a manufacturer for a linear system, and let's face it, linear lighting is now almost the default for what the LED light form is. What is it? It's a long strip of light. And how we actually achieve that, and like everybody's doing it. But if I'm trusting the luminaire manufacturer to then deliver a decent source inside that, I'm kind of lazy enough to go, that'll do. I don't need to get inside that. I don't need to ask the question. But I'm starting to realize now that I do need to ask the question, because I think what I'm actually saying is I like the way that channel can integrate it. And I know you're doing channels as well. You've got a package of channels there. But if I'm looking at a channel because I know it's going to work in a particular architectural detail, it feels that it is then beholden upon me to say, and I want the Xicato quality in this. So can you please go out and do a deal with Nick to make sure that we can actually put these two things together? And that's different. That is a different mindset, I think, than the specification community is used to.
John, we're dealing with that now, especially in North America. Our sales agencies loving the Xicato side of the business, but maybe there isn't a Xicato OEM on their line card for a particular product that a specifier is requesting. They say it's a linear product or it's a downlight. What we're seeing now is that our agencies are going out and saying, why don't you call Xicato, have them sell you the downlight into your fixture, then I can do a whole Xicato installation for you, for the building owner. So we're getting some pull through the channel as well. Now that they know we have the linear product, obviously they know they have the lights and then the controls. There is a certain positive to having a building that has all of Xicato throughout the entire building, not just light sources, but controls as well. There's a certain sense of relief or ease of mind for the customer, knowing that they're getting such a well-designed product. And Nick can touch on this, though, is that the Xicato color point is matched throughout the entire building. As we all know, one manufacturer's 37 is not another manufacturer's 37K, right? So having that is another big benefit, where you're not seeing a variation in color when it's all supposed to be one color.
Yeah, just to add as well to that, they were getting a couple of years ago 5-year warranty. Now that's a 10-year warranty that we give, not only on lumen maintenance, but also on color. So we guarantee that the product doesn't shift in color over 10 years. And we've coupled that really with the warranty on the XFL that Tom's working on. So that we provide the 10-year warranty as well on the linear.
I think as well that we've been trying to shift the conversation on things like cost and reliability for years, trying to say it's not about buying the cheapest. It's about buying the one that actually lasts the longest and costs you the least in its running. The fact that your 10-year warranty is pushing that in that direction. And also, I must say that in terms of the history of LEDs, of matching a disparate LED to a disparate control system and hoping and praying that they're going to talk to one another, I do say to luminaire manufacturers, oh, by the way, on this little project that we're doing, I want you to provide the controls as well. Again, the fact that you can say, we wrap it all up. The quality is consistent. The color is going to stay there. It's very exciting.
The other beauty about our control system too is that it does integrate with various DMX. It does integrate with building management systems, and it does take on not just the luminaire portion of it, but fan motors, shades, on-off type things that we can connect to the Bluetooth system. So you can have a complete integration. If you have a large building management system, you can still utilize the Xicato controls because of our open API and the fact that we play well. And like we say here in North America, we play in the same. We allow people to play in our sandbox and vice versa, right? So I think that is an appealing part to a lot of people that are now upgrading lights because they have an old business management system and they don't want to get rid of it, or they're doing type of stage, installations. The Bluetooth allows for that very well. So there's a lot to the system and it doesn't have to just be Xicato, right? And it speaks well with almost every manufacturer out there.
Tom, thank you very much for your time. Enjoy the rest of your day. Nick, I hope it's as sunny up there as it is down here. So, have a lovely evening. We'll speak again soon, I'm sure. And to everyone who's been watching this, thank you very much for your time. If you want to get in touch with us, you know all the addresses. So thanks very much and goodbye for now.
Thank you, John.
Thanks, John. Take care.
A pleasure.